The musician known as David has been formally charged with first-degree murder in connection with the unaliving of 14-year-old Celeste Hernandez Rivas. We are going to break down what happened in today's press conference, as well as additional details that have since come out now that he is being held without bail. As always, I am a certified law nerd, bona fide non-attorney, and now apparently I'm dabbling in true crime commentary, so this will never be legal advice, just my interpretation of whatever I'm reading in a court record or in a press conference. Let's begin. I pulled up the official filed felony complaint, which was filed on April 20th through the LA County Gov website. I'm also going to be sharing some of the notes from the press conference, so you'll have something to read while I'm giving you all of these details. The officials stated right off the bat that he has been charged with first-degree murder with special circumstances and that they would go into depth about those special circumstances during the course of the trial, but that those special circumstances include lying in wait, meaning that they are alleging he intentionally lured or positioned the victim into a vulnerable setting before carrying out the killing, murder for financial gain, as this was approaching his album release, which we will get into shortly, and then murdering a witness in an investigation, meaning that she was a witness to the sexual acts that were committed against her. He has also been charged with continuous sexual abuse of a child under 14, lewd and lascivious acts with a child under 14, and mutilation and or dismemberment of human remains. Because of those special circumstance allegations, Burke now faces either life without parole or the death penalty, and they stated that a final decision on whether prosecutors will seek the death penalty will come later. So, according to the officials, they state that on April 23rd, 2025, Celeste, who was 14 years old at the time, went to Burke's home in the Hollywood Hills at his invitation. Officials say that she was never heard from again, and here is where the timeline becomes a little chilling. The date was allegedly just 2 days before the release of his debut album, Withered, which later charted on the Billboard 200. That timing is critical because prosecutors are openly arguing motive, and that's where that financial gain motive is starting to come to play. Months later, on September 8th, 2025, police say that Celeste's decomposed and dismembered remains were found inside 2 bags placed in the front trunk of an impounded Tesla registered to Burke. Authorities reportedly responded after complaints of a foul odor coming from the vehicle at a tow lot. One article that I just read states that the remains recovered allegedly included partial remains such as a head, torso, and limbs. One of the biggest emerging details is that prosecutors allegedly believe Celeste was killed with a sharp instrument. That may become central later when the coroner's report is released, which officials stated they will be requesting for public release shortly. So that type of conclusion is often based on wound analysis, forensic transfer evidence, cleanup evidence, weapons-related evidence. I'm very interested to read that coroner's report. They appear to be laying out 3 theories as well. 1, the lying in wait. They allege that Celeste went to his home at his invitation and was never seen alive again. They believe that Celeste was threatening to expose criminal sexual conduct that could devastate Burke's rapidly rising music career. And remember, this allegedly happened only days before his album release. And then again, they are alleging that she was a witness to crimes involving unlawful sexual acts committed against her while underage. They also addressed why it took so long to arrest him. They did mention that the remains were badly decomposed, evidence had degraded, investigators had to review digital evidence, investigators had to review forensic evidence, witnesses had to be interviewed, and then, of course, false public rumors had to be sifted through. There was a lot going on when they had discovered her body. So this was kind of a slow-build homicide case, and it was not something they could rush overnight. Since then, Burke has pleaded not guilty, and his attorney is vigorously defending him, saying that there is not evidence to support that he is responsible for this crime. The defense has also requested an evidentiary hearing to quickly challenge the evidence that the prosecution claims that they have, so they want to get that on the table as soon as possible. They did ask if other people are being looked at. They stated that at this time, they are not commenting on it, but as soon as something else develops, or if they do name another person of interest, that they will let the public know. My takeaway is that they wanted the public to hear 3 things: that this is formally a murder prosecution, and that they believe the motive was career preservation and witness silencing because he was involved in a sexual relationship with an underage girl. They do believe that they have enough physical, digital, and forensic evidence to support their case beyond a reasonable doubt. and there will be more court appearances soon to come. As soon as we have an update and there's a coroner's report, we will be back here talking about it. I'll catch you in the next video.